I'm so grateful to be part of this amazing event. And my name is Mr. Mike from Uganda, the founder Love for All Uganda Foundation and the Atlas Vegan Community Schools.
That one's better because it's wider.
I'm an advocate, author, and vegan in particular. So I welcome you everyone who is here on this event. We're going to be talking about the role of education in an advocate. So the role of education to advocate for plant-based growth, compassion, and animal rights. As you saw on your screen, my name is Mr. Mike Chibirige, Director for Uganda and Atlas Vegan School. Next. Yeah, you see the picture showing that go vegan, stop cruelty. As we are trying to educate young generation how they can show their compassion to animals, also teach them to love animals, being compassionate, being kind to animals, not only animals, but to every living thing on the world. So we try to convert them that this is the only thing they can go if they want to change their generation into an important generation in time to come. So we tell them to go vegan, stop cruelty. Next, pardon. Yeah, that's the small structure at our vegan community school. The school we formed after seeing that we need to educate young generation how to go for on vegan, plant-based, climate and environment. So we decided to start up a school which is mainly vegan oriented and is focusedly on to change the young generation to see that we save our mother earth. Second, yeah, as you see that we in the community educating young children how they can love animals, how they can stop hurting animals in any way. Because we told them that as you have blood, also animals have blood. As you eat, also animal eats. So you have to treat them the way you treat yourself. And it's the only way we can save our mother earth. So this way in Chaseta, a small place in Kasana district, trying to elevate young children into veganism and loving and into plant-based lifestyle, and giving them the tricks how they can be part of the compassion, love for all, and kindness to the all living things. Second, yeah, introduction to education. We have different ways of educating the communities about how to go vegan, how to go plant-based, how to fight for animal rights, animal welfare, and so on. The first is from education, where we go and educate young children maybe in schools, primary schools, secondary schools, and universities. We open up schools. You can open up a school in your community and focus on educating those young children how to go for veganism, plant-based, animal rights, and promoting compassion to all. We use training in the communities. We train youth, adults, men and women, how to understand how to go into veganism as a way of introducing education to the communities, which is vegan oriented. We do workshops. Which also help on add-on to see that the community learns a lot from what we are trying to teach them about veganism and so on. Receipts we do, like when we give them out some eatables and so on, which is vegan oriented, which is plant-based. It's also bringing people together to learn more about the climate, veganism, plant-based, and so on. Second, informal education. Here is the ways how you can communicate to the public so that the public understand what you are trying to bring to them. Through vlogs, we pass our messages through vlogs, through music, fictional movies, stage performance. All of these help us to inspire more generation to enter into the vegan community and learning more about plant-based, how to conserve the environment, but when you're using these methods of communication Pardon? Next. Yeah, when we talk about veganism or education education on veganism, this is where we welcome to the Advanced Vegan Community School and Training Institute, where we educate. And in the future, we want to start up education training where people will be doing research on about veganism, doing research about environment, about seafood, and so on. So we educate. It is only a form of way how we can bring people together to understand what we are trying to mean. Second, level of education. This pairing means about vegan diets, foster research to find vegan-based solution, e.g. creation of new vegan recipes. Yeah, a lot of education helps us to disprove people the way they think about veganism. If you go to the communities and you educate them, they'll get to understand that veganism is not just about maybe homosexual or another thing, but it's only a way we can save our lives as a younger generation. Fostering research, it helps people to do more research about vegan diets, about vegan flexibility, and so on. So it is only a way when you go into education, you can understand that veganism is not a snob, but it's the reality to some of us, maybe in Africa. Next. A lot of education. We are still on education. Can introduce new vegan programs to the world, like animal law, nutrition, etc. Schools, nature activists, and vegan advocates through clubs, associations, and related programs. Documentaries contribute to the global perception of veganism reality. As you see that I was in a community trying to educate women in the association about veganism laws and plant-based laws and environment protection. I was trying to educate those women about that. So that's the role of education in the veganism community. Second, institutions that respect diversity, equity, and inclusion, they help to nurture global citizens in all human identities, including vegans. Yeah, in the veganism community, education helps us not to discriminate individual or discriminate communities because of their gender, because of their color, because of whatever. We call on people to be united in their differences, but we join them together when we are on the mission of vegan community. So education brings that in a vegan community, that people come together beside their differences, but they come together to learn more ideas, to learn how plant-based is good, to learn how climate, to learn how they can conserve the environment, and so on. Second, way forward, support local vegan think tanks and organizations, invest in the vegan schools and educating programs, invite policymakers during local events, advocate for policy reforms in schools and community, always translate vegan literature to fit the local communities, make noise on all vegan achievements using social media. This is the only way we can achieve what we want to achieve. When we are in a revolution of anything, we need to, education is a pillar to everything. So to make this possible, we need to support our local think tanks, the organizations which are working in the vegan community. We want to support them, to empower them so that they get resources to do what they are doing. We want to invest in schools. Yeah, we encourage many people, many donors, or many people who are strong enough to invest in education as another way of achieving what we are trying to achieve, like open up schools, trainings, and so on. Invite policymakers during local events. Yeah, it's good to involve policymakers whenever you organize any event, because it helps the community to understand more and deeply the policies which are helping the animal rights, animal welfare, and plant-based diets in the world or in Africa. Advocate for policy reforms in the schools and communities. Yes, it is good to advocate for policies which help the schools to engage in plant-based vegan life and animal rights. So when you enforce them into press, it helps the vegan community to grow. Always translate vegan literature to fit the local communities. Yes, it is good to translate books or all resources into local languages so that people get to understand what really is good, what is really good to go vegan or good to environment. When they read their own language, it gets better for them to understand more than using other language like English, because not everyone that understands English. So it is good to translate their books into local language so that people they get understand very well and they read by themselves. As you see Bibles, people are Christians nowadays, they understand Christian more than because the Bible was translated into local languages. Lastly, make noise on all vegan achievements using social media. It is good if you have an achievement, if you have done an achievement in anything, it is good to shout, it's good to take action. Because all of us, what we need is take action. If you take action, that means that if you do something, you need the community to know that you have done something good. So it is good you to close it so that everyone get to know. And after people get to know that vegan community is doing something, that means that the community will get together and join you and join your work together. Next. Yeah, thank you for your conversation. I'm so grateful.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rebecca Allen, and I'm grateful to be here today with Musisi Mike. We have just seen his presentation, and we may not be able to ask him in person or online, so I'm going to ask him some questions that I think you might want to know and might want to ask him about once you've seen the presentation. And so we know that, Mike, you're in Musisi, you are in Uganda, and you have helped start a school, and I know that you must have had quite a few challenges there at first. And so I wonder if you could tell us about how you got through the challenges, because I would think as when people are new to veganism, they might reject it, and I wonder how you managed to persevere. Welcome.
Oh, yes. It is amazing to be here again. So, as I had an idea and my team of starting up a vegan school in Uganda. It wasn't very easy, but we believed in ourselves that we can make it. At first, mainly with the government officials, when I reached to them with my proposal to start up a school, they asked me many questions. One, for them, they thought that I'm going to spread homosexual to the younger children, because the word veganism, it is a new word to the people maybe in Africa. They don't understand what is veganism means. So when I came with the name at our vegan community school, they only picked one name or picked one word, vegan, and they asked many questions about it. So it was a bit a challenging thing, but I thought with them, I explained to them, I tasked them to do more research on veganism and how veganism is important to the world and to the younger generation. Also, we had a challenge in our community whereby the parents will not understand what veganism means, and they are not conversed with the idea of teaching their children how to respect animals, loving them, living with them in harmony. So it took us time to convert these parents to understand what we are trying to do is right to their children. So we started up workshops, trainings towards the parents, and right now we are moving forward with them, and they're loving what we are doing. So it is a bit challenging to start something new in an area where people are rigged, illiteracy, and educated, and so on. So, but we try our level best because we believe that we can make it, and we are doing what is right.
That's so wonderful, Musisi. I remember that you were having challenges there. There were many requirements, fences, playground equipment, so many things that you have overcome. About how many students would you say now come to the school, and in what other ways are you reaching the children?
Yeah, at the start we had a number of children who were coming to school, like 200 in the number. Mainly we are still having a challenge of long distances. Our school, it is in a rural area with we near poor road system. We near the I think the areas where young children cannot traverse from their home to our school. So we find that challenging that we're limited by the road, the distances, so the children don't made up to the number when they come to school. So we usually get 100, 80, depending on the day. But like maybe in the future, when we get the motorcycle, or when we get the car or the school van, or when we construct a school and we get hostels or homes for the children at school, maybe the number will increase. But right now, the number go down and go up because of the situation we're facing. Yeah, but we are happy that the parents, they now bring their children by their own, and we have those who want to bring their children from Kenya, Tanzania, but because we don't have hostels where they can stay, that's the biggest challenge we're still having.
I see. My goodness. That's you have come a long way with that progress. And I noticed that you have been traveling some. Have you been able to get any grants or help from other outside organizations?
Grants, many of the grantees, they focus mainly on plant-based transition. They focus mainly on farm agriculture, animal rights, and so on. A few focused on education in particular. So we don't get grants for education in particular, but we get people who can support in those. Like last time we had Viva. Viva donated us as a fence, a school fence, with other friends who donated to get a gate and so on. So we get those passionate people who donate to get what we want. Like you yourself, Rebecca, you donated to us tanks, play materials, and so on. So we get individuals who are willing to the education, who knew that when there's education, the revolution can be done or can be accomplished. So that those people can do what they can to make the school moving.
That's wonderful. And isn't there a big event coming up in December, a vegan festival? Or did
Yeah, of course. Yeah, every year we organize. Like we started up last year. I have an idea of where I organize a 3-day vegan festival where people come together. They share ideas. They do activities. They learn a lot from different people. So we do it in different regions. In Uganda, we have 4 regions. We have Central, we have Eastern, we have Western, and then we have North. And then my idea is to traverse all the regions. Each year we go to another region so that we bring people closer. And last year we were in Central. This year we are in Eastern, in Ginger. Next year we shall be in Western, and then in North. So we are trying to bring people together and training them, teaching them, doing workshops and so on, so that they understand what our cause is.
That's wonderful. Now, you had mentioned donations. How would you like people to get in touch with you? Would you like for them to follow you on Facebook, message you on Facebook, or do you have a way that, in case people would like to reach out to you?
Yeah, when people really want to reach out to Love for All Uganda Foundation and Atlas Vegan Community School, we have a website which is www.loveforalluganda.org. But we are trying to change that website soon, and we were trying to restructure it so that it comes on the level that everyone's interested in it. So, but you can reach for us for a moment on that www.loveforalluganda.com, or you can write for me directly, mike@loveforalluganda.org, or you can reach me on LinkedIn, Mrs. Mike, Facebook, Mrs. Mike, And those who are willing to reach out to me, they can contact you directly. You can bring the message to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll be
yeah,
glad to do that.
because you're part of Love for Uganda Foundation and you've been there for us. So the people can reach out to you, then you bring for us any message. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Love for all Uganda. Thank you so much. Is there a final thing you would like to share with us? We're all so grateful for the work that you do.
Yeah, I'm so grateful to be part of this COP of 224. And I thank you to appreciate my work in Africa. We are trying to do our level best, but mostly we encourage people to understand that if there is no education, the cause will not be somewhere. We need to focus on much on education because education opens people's minds, create awareness, and brings things closer to people, to the communities. Because the power of the people, the power of the animals, all of them they're opened by education. And right now we are trying to open up a political party which is called National Animal Welfare Party, which will push our cause to the mainly on policies because as organizations we cannot push policies, but when you are when you are a political party, things become easier for you to push a policy and can be amended or can be put in place. So we are trying our level best to do what we can, and we request you to put more effort with us. Do support us. It's the only way you can push a cause to support a cause. If you don't support a cause, then you're doing nothing. So I call upon your attention, your donation, uh, your donation, uh, sharing ideas with us, uh, give us opportunities. So that's what I can say.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled to hear you say that you've got so many areas that you're working on. Well, thank you again, and I'm looking forward to sharing this video.
Uh,
Okay, thank you, everybody. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad that you got to hear from Musisi Mike. He had challenges that he did not tell you about, and they're very serious challenges. It's illegal to be homosexual in Uganda. And when you don't know the word vegan and people start saying it's homosexual, then they start chasing you. And so there were some very hard times there, and people pulled through. Friends of mine donated money for part of a school, and many people did. So we just want to say thank you so much. We're getting that up there. Right here. Oh, okay. Here I am. And so I'm just really glad to have gotten this chance to meet him and know him and to share him with you. Love for all Uganda. Thank you.
Asking Wendy.
No, it's for you to introduce Renee.
We have 5 minutes.
Oh, we have 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. So if we have any, oh, I think we ready to.
Oh, Q&A, do 5 minutes.
Okay, so if we have any questions for me, because I talked with him a lot. I mean, we're messaging all the time with Musisi Mike. Yes.
Do you have evidence that he's working with other African countries?
She asked if I have evidence that he's been working with other African countries. No, I don't have any evidence of other African countries. I know that he has, that people have helped support him and go to China to talk about what he's doing. And to, I don't remember if it was Denmark. He's also been up in, so he's working with other vegan organizations. And the 2 other African organizations that I'm familiar with, one is in Ethiopia. It's not an organization, but it's a group of people working there for people to have unity stew. And there's another country, Ghana, and I don't know if they're in touch. So I don't know about the African organizations, but I know vegan organizations are working with him. Pardon?
What rescue foundation?
What rescue foundations? I can't remember those names. I can't remember the names of the organizations. Podiska Foundation. Thank you. Podiska Foundation. Thank you.
That's nice, right? I think it's on the call.
So we have Dash on the call.
Oh, good. Dash is one of the people. Yes, if y'all will put a Dash on the screen, then I'll go off the screen.
That's a good spot right there. You got it. Here. Set.
But then we really only have a minute because we're getting ready to start our next thing, and Dr. Rao's going to do the introduction for the next one. So I didn't realize Dash was there. Hello, Dash.
Hello.
Say hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, spotlight him.
Yes.
Hello.
Dash, can you come on camera so we can spotlight you?
Okay. Give me a minute. Coming in a few.
We can't hear him.
Can you see me? Let me have some lights. The power bank has some light. And the laptop. Inside. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
I
hello.
hear you, Dash.
Perfect. Yes, please. Okay. First of all, I want to thank each and everyone for making this possible. Yeah, just to second on, just introduce myself a bit. My name is Dash, and I'm the founder of Podoshka Foundation. We are based in Uganda, and we have a variety of activities that we do to ensure the animal rights and apprehend veganism. Most of our tools that we use humane education as a tool, and we have been in universities. We have been in 3 universities here in Uganda. We have been in over 70 schools, and we have had about so many meals that we have given out in our past 4 years. We came in existence in 2019, and we do our advocacy through various projects. Yes, I've met with Mike, and I've been to his school that he's trying to set up. And yes, that's what I can say. We basically use humane education as the basic tool for our work, because we are trying to inform the generation. So by humane education, that takes workshops. We have had this year, we have had about 8 workshops. Today itself, we were doing a live demonstration against the cruelty of animals. We have had schools, like I've said, been to school. We hosted the very first quiz, international schools, where we had schools compete on basis of veganism, on basis of health, animal agriculture, and wildlife. That was the first kind of quiz in the whole country. We also hosted the very first freshers debates at the universities. What was animal rights themed. So yeah, and also recently we had the very first march in the country on animal rights that we commemorated for the World Vegan Day. Yes, we are trying to work together with a lot of people, a lot of beneficiaries, to ensure that veganism comes to light. And apparently we are the leading #1 vegan advocates in the country, and actually in East Africa as well. So thank you so much for this opportunity and all that.
Thank you very much, Dash. We're so glad you came on.